Welcome back. Let's see what kind of game we can play. Get the white pieces. E4, E5. I had fun with that King's Gambit last time. Let's see if we can get another one. Well, we've got another one, but let's see what he does with it. Okay. Okay. The Fisher line. I'm just going to get castled quickly. Push this pawn and see if I can't round this one up. Well, he's having to think about it. I mean, knight development's common here to attack the central pawn. In which case, I believe I'll develop my knight to defend it because I don't want to have to push here. I'd like to push twice. So he's going to pin my knight. And I think I'll open up my dark square bishop first. Take some control in the center. I'm going to get castled. Unless he just gives me the pawn for free, in which case I will take it. Is this an idea? Is taking and then checking an idea? I don't think so. I think if takes, queen takes back, check, blocks, takes, queen takes, pawn takes. I think I'm still down a pawn there, but okay. I'm just going to get castled here. He's not going to take that pawn because now I would pin and win the queen. He might be, he's probably thinking about getting castled queenside. This queen development just blocks in his bishop. I don't like it. I don't think that's a move. Okay. He's going to hold on to his material. I'm going to try to at least. So let's develop. Get our knight out. Threatening to come to d5, attacking the queen, and eyeing up c7. He's going to keep my knight out of there. I'd like to break this pin on the knight. I'm going to lift my queen just so I can think about sacking the knight here, getting the bishop. 2 pawns for the piece is an idea. I don't know how good of an idea it is, but it seems considerable. Get the rook and bishop opened up on that. F7 square. And he develops the knight. It really looks like he's going to castle queenside. At least that's his intention. So do I have sacrificing ideas here? Can I check? If check, king takes, knight checks, queen takes, bishop takes, attacking the queen and threatening a discover on the king. Where does the queen go? To a light square, because any dark square loses to the discover. So queen, well, not any dark square. I suppose he could go all the way over here. She could go all the way over here. This is a 15-minute time control though, so I gotta be certain about my tactics. If takes, king takes, knight takes, check. Queen takes, bishop takes, attacking the queen. I've sacrificed 2 pieces for 3 pawns. This knight's gone, this bishop's gone, and all these pawns are gone. Queen goes somewhere. Just say back here, and I can check the king with the discover, pick up the rook, get a rook and 3 pawns for the 2 pieces. That does seem worth it. No, no, he blocks. He blocks with the knight. That blocks the check and blocks the attack on the rook. So I don't think that idea is going to pan out very well. What if we discourage him from queenside castling? Start pushing queenside pawns. Gives him a tempo to develop. I'd probably get this knight developed. Get this bishop out, and I'd consider castling kingside then, because this is a nice little hidey hole. If I push and he pushes and cuts off my bishop, sacrifice the knight here, pawn takes, castles. That's a really exposed king over there. King's Gambit is all about sacrificing, so I'm pretty tempted. Let me calculate this one more time. Bishop takes, king takes, knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes, queen to a light square, probably. And maybe bishop takes pawn, opens up this check. So the king goes where? It's 4 pawns for 2 pieces. Seems pretty risky. What about sacrificing the knight first? Just the knight, not the bishop. He doesn't have to take it, he can castle, but critical line would say takes, takes. That's not defended, so I would be sacking the bishop. Then takes, attacking the queen. Queen back. Bishop check. Oh, no. That is defended because the knight's not there anymore. I want to sacrifice the knight because that is in the spirit of the King's Gambit. We're going to go for it. I'm going to sack the knight. Takes. Bishop takes. Queen somewhere. Okay. Maybe just back here to defend. Okay. I don't want to trade queens. Do not want that. Sacking the bishop now, he can take with the queen or the king. And that's sacrificing a lot of material. If he takes with the queen, he has the opportunity to take the rook as well. If I open up a discovered attack on the queen, moving the bishop, I'd have to be careful about where I move the bishop because I wouldn't want to sacrifice the bishop and the rook. I don't think. It's a lot of material to give up. Um, I think I am going to discourage him from castling queenside. We'll see how effective that is. Give him something to think about, though. But all of this is undeveloped. And I'm just giving him a tempo to develop it. But Okay. Can I push here? Takes. 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 I don't want to. I don't want to open up this queen trade. Unless I mean, if there's a rook behind here and I can check, that's a different story. If he takes, I take with a knight. Oh, he's going to attack the queen. Makes sense. And now I can shift over here and I can take the pawn with a discovered check. He opened up the square to back his bishop up and retake here. If I take and he takes back with the bishop, I've got knight here or here. Might be better in the center. Since the bishop can take either way, that might hang my pawn. Moving the knight does hang the pawn. So I need to calculate that thoroughly. If takes and knight takes. Can he force a queen trade? Well, he doesn't do that immediately. He gets his bishop on this diagonal. He's eyeing up a checkmate. So I need to be careful about pushing the e-pawn, but I do want to push the e-pawn because that's an attack. Let's get our rook to the middle and just see how badly he does want to castle queenside. I can quickly shift right back over there, but I want another defender on here so that I can move my knight off of it. Okay. He goes queenside castle. And this bishop aimed that way is monstrous. How about we ask him where he's going to put that knight? Because I don't see a space for it. The knight's trapped. Almost. It has that one square. But once it moves, I have the queen on a7. And I'm threatening to take the knight with the bishop as well. Probably we should take the knight first so the knight can't retreat back in here and guard this square. So yes, bishop takes knight first. Pawn takes, queen takes. Unless he's just going to give me the knight where it is. Maybe take this pawn for it. If he tries to save the knight, I think that's crushing to get the queen down in here. With this bishop eyeing through this pawn, I'm going to swing my rooks back over very quickly. And this poor king side over here is not doing much. This might turn out to be a miniature. I took 5 minutes on that. Okay. So he's going to try and fortify. Took almost 6 minutes on that knight sack. My apologies. How can I get the other bishop over here involved? That'll force a... I need to take the knight first. I got to take the knight. And then I can get the bishop over here. And that's mate. You just opened up mate to me, fella. Good game, but he should have taken over here. Good game. That was fun. Wonder if my knight sack was sound. That's quite a rating discrepancy on the level of play. King's Gambit. Okay. Fisher calls it a mistake to pin the knight, and I think I normally see this knight development first. Oh. Also a main line. And castling was my mistake. What should I have done here? Just develop the knight, get the other piece out. It is an equal game here. With black had a slight edge until this move. C6 was an error, inaccuracy. Sacking the knight was a good move. Calls it a good move. Still a dead equal game. 0.3. Black has a slight edge here. Inaccurate to take the bishop, to take the other pawn. That's the whole purpose of the knight sack. Wants me to take with a rook. Okay. Interesting. Wants me to take with the rook and threaten here. And a discovered attack on the queen. Okay. I didn't think about that. And it did not like my king side, or my queen side push. That was a miss. Why was my queen side push a mistake? Because it just let him develop. That he should have just developed his new pieces. And 2.4 on the eval. This is a miss. I thought that was a pretty decent idea, though. I should have broken open the center. Which looks very appealing. It does. He certainly doesn't want to open that center up, but the king's stuck right there. He castled, though. And I kicked his knight, and I think he... Okay, it wants him to give up the knight, just develop a new piece. It says, the knight's lost, give it up, get your other knight out. Which isn't a nothing move. I mean, it does... If I'm not careful, I've really got to watch my king side. I've already sacrificed material, but here it's just over. So that was a miss. He should have taken this way. But still, it's a 2-point edge. This pawn is pinned. because of the same checkmate, crisscross applesauce. So I think I can take this with the queen. Can I take that? What's the engine say? Bishop a6 check is what it wants. 25-point edge. But queen takes is also playable with a plus 12 advantage. Right? At this point, black is just lost. That king is very exposed, and most moves look like winning moves. Okay, thanks for watching another King's Gambit, and come back and enjoy some more chess with me.